Good morning, everybody. My name is Toyin. You're welcome to this platform, and this is The Junction. Does everybody have a purpose to which they were created, a purpose that we're meant to fulfill on this earth? Or do we just exist, right? And everyone is meant to randomly select whatever works for them? Let's find out, because this is a question that plagues a lot of people's mind. I want to hear from you as well. What do you think? Does everybody have a specific purpose, or are we just here doing whatever works for us? In the book of Genesis, right, when they talk about the creation of earth and of man, it says, "Come, let us create man in our image, after our own likeness, that they may have dominion over this earth," right? There is a reason for you and I existing on this earth, right? We were not just randomly created. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11:29, it says that the plans and the purposes that I have for you, they're of good, not of evil, to prosper you, to bring you to an expected end. There is a plan for your life. There is a purpose to which you were created. And if that's not satisfactory enough, in the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 28, it says that, "For we know that everything works out for good for those who love him," talking about those who love God, "who are called according to his purpose," to God's purpose. God has a purpose to which you were created, to which you were designed on this earth. So, what is purpose? Purpose is the reason why something exists. Everything that we create, everything that we purchase, everything that a manufacturer puts together, they invest in their time, they invest in their intellect, they invest in money. They are doing it for a reason, not just because they just want to create something. Amazon doesn't sell things just because they want to sell, right? Apple is not creating apps or devices just because they feel like it. When I was going to college, and it's probably still the same, I have a lot of friends that did not know what they want to do in college. In fact, some of them, a good handful, did not even know why bother go to college. You can see there are people that see a need for college and they know what they want to do. And then I have people on the other hand that didn't see the need for college, right? But they felt, okay, we're just going to do it. Now, just because the majority of people, a lot of kids that you talk to don't see the need for college, or don't know the purpose for college, or don't know what they want to do in college, does that mean that there is no particular purpose for college? No. If you ask the administrators, the educators, or a founder of a school, they're going to tell you the opposite. They're going to tell you exactly why you have to go to college. Just because majority of people don't understand purpose, they don't know how to figure out their purpose, they don't know why they're here, they don't know what they're supposed to do, that does not negate, that does not cancel the fact that God created us for a particular purpose. I hope that explanation helps clarify things a lot. So, because the question is usually, what is my purpose on this earth? And if I have a purpose, how come it's so hard to identify that purpose? Well, I've bought things that I'm like, what is the purpose of this thing? But the person that created it had a purpose and a reason in mind when they created it. And they created that thing for a particular need. Just because I couldn't figure it out or I don't see the need does not mean it wasn't created for to meet a particular need or for a reason. So the question now becomes, I think, how do I identify my purpose? Not necessarily is there a purpose just because it's hard for me to figure out. How do I identify my need? And because of time, I don't want to go in depth into how to identify your purpose, right? In my book, Start From Inside, I talk about 3 ways three common ways that you can identify your purpose, and I'm not going to go in depth. I'm just going to call it out. The first one is by revelation. People pray, they ask us to pray. Always pray always pray about everything. Listen, if you're in doubt, go to your creator. That just makes sense, right? He created you. He knows why. He can reveal it to you. So the first thing is revelation. Either I've heard people that they dreamt, people that have been prophesied over, people that have received revelation while they were praying, people that like a aha moment, right, for them. The next one is a revelation through identification, or understanding your purpose through identification. Basically, I have this skills and talent, therefore, this is what I want to do, right? Everybody has a talent or talents and gifts that God gave them that will help them to fulfill their purpose. So the easy one, an easy example is, oh, I have a beautiful voice. I love singing. Therefore, I want to go to, into music, whatever that is. Maybe whether a producer, a composer, or a musician, right? And then there are people like us that I prayed. I didn't get any revelation. Nobody prophesied over me. I thought I didn't have any particular skills or talent. I mean, like, I was good at a lot of things, but it wasn't like I was exceptional. And so the last one is transformation. And transformation, when you think of it, it's a process. And my book, Start From the Inside, really talks about transformation. In fact, it gives you 7 steps that you can take to begin to transform your life, right? And so transformation, it's a fantastic way to identify your purpose, because no matter how you get to your purpose or to know your purpose, you're going to have to go through transformation. Because like I say in my videos, like, the bridge between purpose and greatness, basically greatness is the fulfillment of your purpose. The bridge is transformation. No matter what, you can identify your purpose, but you need transformation to get from A to B. Transformation is that process. And so you can come into your purpose through transformation. And it's like connecting dots, right? Have you ever played, or, you ever seen the workbook where you have dots? And at first it doesn't make sense, right? And maybe you're drawing a gorilla. Maybe the dot is a gorilla, or maybe the dot is a 2, right? But you just have dot, 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 and then you have to connect all the dots. And at the end of the day, it forms some kind of shape. It's the same thing with transformation. And I cannot go in depth, but that's what transformation looks like. At first, it may not be clear, but as you go through transformation, things become clearer. You begin to say, oh, I have this talent. Oh, this is my passion. This is my desire. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, maybe I fail here. I pivot here. Oh, now things are making sense, right? That's what transformation will do for you. Listen, I love to hear your thoughts and your comment. Maybe before this message, this particular video, maybe you were thinking a certain way. Maybe now you're thinking differently. Or maybe you still holding on to your belief. Whatever that is, I would love to hear from you. So why don't you leave that in the chat? Leave a comment. Let's have a discussion together. Till we meet next time, keep walking this purpose journey. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe.